Good morning, students. The next topic on microsensor is our thermal sensor. And usually, thermal sensors are used to measure the amount of heat present in a cavity or where we are applying this kind of microsensors. Okay, and the main component or the transducting element present in the thermal sensor is a thermocouple, and the construction of thermocouple or the principle behind the thermocouple is actually our electromotive force. Okay, so this is a diagram of a thermocouple with a single junction and a diagram of thermocouple with two junction. Okay, and looking into the efficiency of both the thermocouples, we will be having more efficiency towards the dual junction thermocouple. Okay, so now we'll look into the constructional details of a single thermocouple. It will have two metal wires, metal wire A and metal wire B, and they are connected to a junction, and this junction is said to be as bead. Okay, and this junction will be sometimes it will be smaller in size, and sometimes entire package will be very small in size. Okay, and this to the top end of the bead we will be exposing our hot junction, and when heat energy is exposed to this junction, uh, electromotive force will be generated between these two metal wires, and this will be the property of change in resistance obtained of the metal wire obtained, and this will be measured, with the help of a voltmeter, and difference or comparison with the reference voltage will able to detect the amount of hot or amount of heat energy applied to the thermocouple. Okay, and thereby measuring the temperature outside. Okay, and this is the case of a single thermocouple. And usually when we study about the amount of generated voltage with the thermocouple, the general equation is beta times of temperature difference, that is delta T. Okay, and this beta will vary depending upon the materials used, and if usually beta will have the value ranging from and this beta is said to be a Seebeck coefficient, and usually depending upon the material used for the construction of thermocouple, this beta will get varied. Okay, and studying about the material that is used for constructing the thermocouples, or we are classifying it into two categories generally. They are type T and type K. Okay, and type T is said to be as copper or constant iron, and type K material is of chromel or alumel. Okay, and their Seebeck coefficient of copper or constant iron ranges will be 50.37 value, and for chromel and alumel it is 39.48. Okay, and delta T is actually the difference of temperature between two junctions. Okay, beta delta T. Okay, and second type of thermocouple is a double junction thermocouple. Here the difference between a single thermocouple and double junction thermocouple is that the metal wires will be having the same count, that is metal wire A and metal wire B, but they are connected to two junctions. Okay, and the first junction is exposed to hot region, and the second junction is exposed to cold region. Okay, usually we will make this temperature as 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, this is taken as a reference temperature, and and amount of heat energy falling at this end will be calculated by taking the difference. between the hot junction and cold junction, and we obtain the value as delta T. Okay, and depending upon the material used for constructing the thermocouple, we will obtain the Seebeck coefficient, that is beta. Okay, and by multiplying together, we will get the generated voltage by the thermocouple. Okay, so by measuring this voltage, we will be able to identify the amount of heat energy absorbed by the thermocouple. Okay, and there is one more type of thermal microsensors. They are called as thermopile. Okay, so this is the construction of a thermopile. The difference between thermocouple and thermopile is that we have multiple thermocouples connected together in a thermopile. Okay, and all the thermocouples hot junction areas are connected in a parallel direction, and all the thermocouples colder junctions are connected in a series connection. Okay, so when we look into the given thermopile structure, we will have three thermocouples, that is thermocouple 1, 2 and 3, and all the heat junctions or hot junctions of these thermocouples are connected in parallel, and all the cold junction of these three thermocouples are connected in series. Okay, and we are measuring the output voltage or the induced voltage as the equation N into beta times delta T. Okay, where N will be the total number of thermocouples used in the thermopile. Suppose if you are having 6 thermocouple attached in this manner, then the value will be 6 into beta times delta T. Okay, so that is what about the session on thermal sensors, and there are some more sessions like thermal sensor in detail. So this is another diagram of thermal sensor. It is actually a special sensor that contains 32 polysilicon gold thermocouples. Okay, and this sensor is fabricated by two persons, that is Choi and Weiss. Okay, and one of the main features of this thermocouple is that it will be by connecting all the thermocouple to a thermopile, it will have the capacity to generate an output voltage of 100 milliwatts, and the response time for protecting this 100 millivolt will be 50 milliseconds. So the efficiency of such thermopile is being utilized for detecting a short change in temperature for various applications. Okay, so such thermal sensors are used in industrial purpose. It is used in automobile industry, it is used in medical field, and also it has some importance in designing several projects. Okay, so these are one output of this is the top view of the polysilicon gold thermocouple, and this is the elevational view of that same. Okay, and this is actually the silicon die. Above that we will be having the diaphragm, and we have the 32 poly couples attached above this diaphragm, and we have at the center it will be exposed to hot junction. Okay, so that's all for our thermal sensor part. Yes, we'll go back to the slide. We have thermocouple with single junction and double junction, and for double junction the output voltage equation is beta times delta T. Okay, if you are having thermal double junction thermocouple connected in parallel, we call that as thermopile. Here that is what we say it as thermopile. Okay, so in thermopile all the hot regions are connected in parallel and all the cold junctions are connected in series, and by measuring the output voltage Usually we have to follow the equation n times beta delta T, where n stands for the number of thermocouples attached to the thermopile, and beta be the Seebeck coefficient, and delta be the temperature difference between the hot junction and the cold junction. Okay, and in case of extension or advanced thermal sensor, this is actually a thermopile with 32 thermocouples. So if the beta times beta Seebeck coefficient is suppose 30, and temperature difference is suppose 10, then 10 degrees Celsius, then the total output voltage will be 32 into 30 into 10. Okay, so that's all about our thermal sensors. We will now move into the next session, that is micro actuators.